Hello everyone, my name is Muir, and this is Starsector, Big Ship Energy. So I played around in simulation with the, whatever this is, the Harbinger, and I've actually figured out how they work. So it's kind of interesting. I'm going to go ahead and try to main that ship for a while, but we're actually going to go after this big bounty here and see what happens. As we can get there, we just need to go and find them. So, barren world near a binary star system. There's only one binary star system here, and that's Chlor. That's Chlor. So, to Chlor we go to fight a big pirate, probably lose most of our fleet, and kill them deed. Off we go to kill them deed. So the way the Harbinger works is when it hits, you're able to cause a temporary overload of the enemy ship, and there's nothing stopping you from just doing the temporary overload and then shooting them. So you can just get behind someone, temporary overload them, shoot them in the engines, and then just burn away from them. So it actually works really well. I'm not too sure what it does to... Okay, so they're not there. Maybe they're here. Oh, what do you know? So some dormant remnants. Cool, so they could be at either of these. For this one over here is gas giant, so it's not going to be that one. Well, let's see. Doesn't look like it's this one either. Let's zip zabadoo over to this second to last. There's this little remnant fleet hanging out. What do we have over here? Nothing. So they should be over here. Cool, good to know. Well, they'll be at the one over there, and I wasn't actually a gas giant. And I played myself. So what do we have here? Is this where they are? As it turns out, it is. They are chasing down a little remnant fleet over there. So they are terrifyingly tough. But let's go ahead and find out what happens when we give it a shot anyway. We shouldn't win this, but who knows, maybe we will. I want to fight you. So we're going to deploy everything we've got. Go and try to see what I can do against these guys. Alright, so they were all very much faster than I am. Let's just see where this all goes. Where are the enemy? Over here. Cool. So we have a cruiser over here, an elite cruiser. Okay, so the faster we can kill those ships, the better. Let's have these rovers provide support where they can. So, if we can, we want to go kill this cruiser as soon as we can. Actually, we should kill those carriers as soon as we can. Killing the cruiser will help with that. So just like that, you can do a bunch of damage to them. So his rear is almost completely dead as a result of that. That's sort of how we win these battles very quickly and easily. As you can see, the other ones, they're actually doing a really good job at what they do, which I appreciate. I might not need to get involved here, but let's do what we can. Okay, so that wolf just went down. A lot of fighters. So I'm just gonna be ballsy and kill this guy. Well, I guess being ballsy didn't work. I don't want him to start shooting me either. That what could be quite the problem. So let's kill this guy and then kill those carriers so we can get rid of these, so we can clear out these fighters before they start killing us off. Alright, so he is down. Let's go and kill these damn condors so they can stop being a problem for us. Kill the weakest ships we can first, so that we can kill the rest of them. Okay, so his armor is bad over here. I could go and take that extra damage, but it wouldn't be worth it in the long run. Alright, we're still targeting that one over there. There's nobody over here who can really kill us quickly, so we're going to... Don't worry about that, we're going to go over here, we're going to finish this guy off. And then we will go and start killing the other enemies that we can. And this little ship wants to play. I can just wait for him to have to come out and then kill him. Oof. Okay, I think I've let this wolf live for long enough. Now I think it's time to head back to Allied forces so that our fighters can take out their fighters and get them off my back. He seems to be doing a good job of killing that cruiser. I approve. Seems to be having a flame out of sorts. Starting to have a problem where we are going to need to potentially withdraw and fight these guys again because our ships are starting to lose combat effectiveness. So we could make a clean withdrawal, recover, attack them again. So that is likely what we are going to do. Let's try to get everyone to come back over here so that we can leave. Let's have the phase ships protect the drovers as the drovers make their withdrawals. So we don't end up with a bunch of dead drovers. I know, we lost one. I think we lost two, maybe. Okay, so these guys, I think it's T for tactical retreat. Okay, and now we can just issue a full retreat and everybody leave. So we killed a bunch of the enemy. Now we're going to be... We lost a few ships, that's to be expected in attacking a fleet that is 4 stars, but you know, did a fairly good job, I think. We're going to recover and attack them again. Okay, now away we go. Alright. And so we lost a ship. They lost a bunch of ships. Cool. Let's disengage. Now, where are they now? So we're going to recover a little bit. And having extra combat readiness is great. So we're going to disappear. Wait for our ships to recover their problems. We're going to run away from that guy for now while we repair. How much is it going to cost to recover these, to repair this fleet? Come on. Holy crap. Okay, well, I mean, we're literally using thousands of resources fixing everything. Go have a good encounter and then spend like literal thousands recovering from it. Okay, so what else is needing to repair? So it's just me and the other ship and the Prometheus. So we are the ones who are just repairing at this point. And ship repair, when it goes into 3.4, we are fully repaired. We will most likely run out of supplies after the next battle, because holy crap. On the bright side, this guy is basically paying us for 200... No, it's 200,000, so 2,000 supplies, so we can spend about that much killing him. So what do we have? Ship repair. That's probably just my ship. That's Prometheus. Okay, well, I didn't hear no bell. Let's jump back into it. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. So the Harbinger is much better against high-tech enemy ships, I think. Because the high-tech enemy ships, they rely heavily on shields, so if you can just take down their shields at will, then that can hurt them quite a bit. That makes the Harbinger a fantastic support ship. As our smaller ships make their way forward. I have to phase shift just to stay up. I have to phase shift just to stay with them. Where be the enemy fleets? Okay, let's give some orders real quick. So let's capture this. Capture that, and capture that. As we try to find the enemy fleet. Oh, we have just the beginnings of them. They have just gotten out of there. Cool. Well, let's go murderize that condor because I don't like it. I don't like its face. It was looking at me wrong. So let's go kill it. So as I said, phase ships really powerful at what they do. I think we do extra damage to engines, so we're gonna go and do a bunch of damage to their engines. Well, we're not because we need to vent, but go and vent. And then we will gradually kill them over a short amount of time. Okay, all these ships are turning around to come after us. And we don't want to fight all of them by ourselves. So, we are going to go over here into his blind spot. Vent, and then force the enemy to keep fighting us. all these fighters are over here now. We're gonna have problems dealing with all of those. We have to fight them all. So we're gonna fly over to this condor and then hit it again. See if we can kill it off. And do what we can. Alright, so there we go. Let's go and get our... Let's go and get to where we can vent a little bit. And then after we kill this condor, we're going to need to go back to our carriers so they can kill all these fighters. So that we don't just immediately die. Crap. I didn't get him. That is lamentable. But you know what? There's something to be said for things like that. No! Too close! I keep doing that. I need to not do that. So let's go back to our carriers here so they can clear out these fighters that are after us. All of those cleaned up. Let's go kill those Moras or Morays or whatever they're called. Now our specialty is in hitting them where they can't really defend themselves, so that is what we are going to do. These carriers are actually legit dangerous to our phase ships. They're actually one of the main things that are good at killing phase ships, which is why in the original run with Muir, I thought the phase ships were actually pretty bad. Not realizing that I was actually unintentionally using the hard carrier, the hard counter. So we're starting to have problems, but at the same time, most of the enemy is going down. So the big capital is going to be giving us a little bit of a problem. Okay, this time we didn't suck in most of the enemy. This is good. Like we did last time, because we are smart people. We're smart. Did I actually shoot my own lifter? I don't think so. At this point we need to kill these guys. Okay, so they're dead. The only one that's left are going to be these two. And I think we killed that capital ship. Yeah. So that means these are the only two left. Let's get rid of those commands. Put an engage on these two. And let's go slaughter everyone. Okay, so our CR is still high. The enemy's trying to run for their lives. We're not going to let them, but they're trying. There is no escape, only death. At this point, with all the carriers gone, these guys are going to be a piece of cake to exterminate. The enemy phase ship didn't have anything that would allow it to extend its ready time, so it ran out of combat readiness really fast. Everybody else, all our ships are still at like 70-80%. So I think he's just gonna kill that phase ship over there. If he doesn't, then I will. Oh, that's what happens. Well, that's less problematic than I thought was going to happen. If we're at max flux. Alright, and the battle is over. We got them. No survivors. No mercy. We will take back our ship there. And I guess we'll pick up this gremlin as well, just to have our, just to fill out our phase ships. Pick through the wreckage, take everything we can. And yeah, we don't want that. There we go. Let's go check out this orbital habitat. Let's open the pods. We found some crew. Nice. What's this? Hegemony? I like it. Alright, so we're going to use a ton of supplies recovering. And I don't think there's actually much we can do about that. Damage taken. Okay, I think at this point we will start looking at weapons range. Actually, flux dissipation is what we're interested in. So flux capacity and also ordnance points. Having 10% ordnance points could be huge. So I haven't hired that many officers yet. I can have 6 now. We could max this out so then we can just ignore this tree. So let's just do that. So then this tree is done. Right, well, we made a bunch of money. Where are the cargo pods over here? Okay, cool. Right, let's make our way now to... So we've shown that we can kill them, and we've only lost... We didn't actually permanently lose any ships doing it. So there we go. I guess this is just our mothballed auxiliary ship. So what weapons do you have on you? Okay, cool. You still have everything. Great. You just have compromised armor and you're kind of jacked up. Sounds good. All the drivers survived. This thing, you know what? You know, you're already at 0 combat readiness, right? So let's just strike. Okay, sounds good. Let's give you, what is it called? Efficiency overhaul. Hardened subsystems. so we'll last longer if it ever gets pushed into combat. Okay, sounds good. So they're probably going to use all the supplies we have remaining, so we should make our way back to Westerness so we can get more supplies from Thickenhild. To Thickenhild we go. You Thickenhilder. So away we go, into the great beyond. And naturally, Gremlin is very slow. Yeah, well that says to me is goodbye. You're slowing us down. Speed is of the essence for us. So when it gets to where we're dealing with sparks, with the remnant, with the redacted, we're going to end up having to deal with the fact that they like using interceptors, and our interceptors are really good. So that's where our carriers are actually going to shine. Alright, so turn that transponder on. We have 300 supplies. Not bad at all. Alright, so they're selling supplies for slightly below and fuel for average. For standard. So let's buy lots of Marines. They are below standard as well. This is the Persian League. So if I recall, Persian League only cares about drugs and harvested organs. They don't care about heavy armaments. So Chalcedon wants 100 of these. They won't pay a good premium for them. Yeah, no one's really paying a great premium for anything right now. What kind of ships then we get from the Persian League? The Persian League? And it's right there, I think. The Persian League, like Perseus. Okay, well let's go to Athul. Athulf is like, hey, they're looking to scon ya. So what else we have? We can buy fuel, and supplies are going to be above cost, so let's not do that. We could buy lots of antimatter blasters, which would be nice, I suppose. We could also, instead of any kind of broadswords, we just have more wasps for increased air superiority to protect our phase ships. And plus these don't have any crew, so we won't be throwing the crew away. So we'll do that. So we're going to change this to wasps. Give it a little bit more shields. And we will change this to support wasps. Support wasps. There we go. Good to know. Good to see. Gee. Alright, so the support wasps are now done. What kind of ships do they have? Do they have a Starliner that we can get from them? They don't. So, alas. Let's go over to Sodine now. Soden. Yeah, I think it's Sodine. How do you say that? Sodina? Sodana? So, over here, anything that we want? Any Starliners? No. Okay, well, Supplies are below market value, and fuel is at market value. So we will take those. What about Marines? They're a little bit above market value, but I'll take them anyway because it means I don't have to go and do a lot more work just to get them. So this sells. We got them for free, so we'll just get rid of them. We are going to Nova Maxios, so we will dump them off there. We already bought Marines from here, so we are good there. Converted hangar we don't have yet, so we will pick that up. We're looking for long-range sensors. Which we don't have. Alright. Well, actually, we didn't buy any heavy armaments here. Those won't sell for much. They will sell for something at Chalcedon. Take them. What about here? These will sell for nice at Epiphany. And these will sell not for much. Okay, so we have to remember that we can't... is there anyone guarding this? No, and that's hegemony. So no, there isn't. Let's go ahead and take the drugs then. And the organs are sold kind of expensive. Okay, so we'll grab the drugs. Now let's make our way to Chalcedon, where we can then just drop off all this stuff, and then go to Epiphany where we can drop off more. Alright, so we did pretty well in that fight, I think. We had to fight them twice because of how things work. But we did a pretty good job, I think. So the Pirates of Kani want some fuel. They're willing to pay about 100 or so for it. So I will accept that deal. We also want harvested organs. I can probably get harvested organs. I mean, it's not like my faction can get it any worse with them, right? So let's go ahead and say we can do it, and then let's try to see what we can do. Let's kill that transformed act and say hello. So, luxury goods. Yeah, we can sell that here. These will sell all right. These guys will sell for a premium. That will sell for a premium as well, and this for an extreme premium. This will sell for less here than it would at Epiphany, so we're going to go and sell that at Epiphany. We can take on more crew, so we're going to hire more crew. And let's go ahead and make our way. Ah. Like, how could you? You black market trading jack. Going, selling all those drugs, buying all those drugs, you mean person. Don't forget that we're the person league. Someone says it badly. Alright, so, yeah, well, our fleet is actually doing really well. We have to do multiple engagements on some enemies, but we seem to be able to have no real problem cutting our foes down, which is great. So, we want to buy more drugs. We want to buy it for 400 or so. So it'd be easier just to do like 75 or something. Bad. We also need 99 of those, I think. 90. So we need 90 organs. We want to ask questions. Now we want to offload some crews, so we're going to want about 800 people left. Yeah, we'll go with that. And we want to buy supplies and fuel. Okay, and they will sell us Marines. Epiphany likes Marines right now, so we will hire some Marines. Chalcedon will not buy these for a good profit. And okay, I think we are set on that in that regard. Do you have any Starliners? No. So, anybody who wants to be hired? No, it does not look like it. So let's go to Epiphany and then Kani. And then see what we can do from there. Okay, so there's a pirate base. We could potentially go and take on that pirate base. Oh no, the Independents, they don't like us anymore. They're like, you guys are jerks. We want to steal 30% of all of your income. Come on, play by the rules. Okay, so they want drugs. They want Marines. They want fuel, not at a good price, and they want supplies, but not at a price that I'm willing to part with them at. Well, we could. We'd need to go and we'll need to go and scramble to buy more, but definitely can. So, please, that's what it is. Any Starliners? No. No Starliners. Okay, well, let's go to Kani and send and give them lots of fuel and drugs. Alright, so we don't need anything from leadership or combat anymore. So let's go ahead and get out of here. And this is the main gameplay loop of Starsector. As I said in Muir, if you watched that, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. I try to do a big carrier build, and it seems to work. It seems to work phenomenally well. Let's turn off our transponder because we are in an epiphany, and we don't want them having an epiphany of who we are. Keep that transponder off, set that commander's quest, deliver those organs, and deliver the fuel. What is he called? Port King. Okay. Well, there's all the fuel you need, bub. What can I buy from you guys? Oh, there doesn't really seem anything. Well, supplies I would like to buy, so let's go to the black market. Let's buy all the supplies. Crew would cost a bit. And we really want to consider the idea of potentially getting a colony going. We will want to get a bunch of money first and then do it. I'd also like to find a colony. Well, it doesn't really matter if the colony is self-sustaining, it just needs to have a low... I would like the colony to be able to sustain itself, but that's not actually important if we're in the central sector. Pirate raids are also less of a problem in the central sector since you're surrounded by everyone and you're not being raided by everyone. So, yeah, it could work out. And they go up to 25, so we don't want that. So we will need to establish a colony. We're going to need a lot of supplies, and we're going to need a lot of crew, as well as about 1,717 at the minimum. So let's get out of here. We're probably going to go back to either Druzak or Penelope Star. We're probably going to do Penelope Star, all things considered. Okay. So we have lots of money. We want to get lots of supplies. So Centria has makes lots of supplies and sells them for cheap. So let's go ahead and head over there. Alright, and the nice part about having a colony is that we will be able to sustain ourselves to a degree. Start making a decent wage, I suppose. Okay, so Syndria, they sell supplies for cheap, and they sell fuel for relatively cheap. What kind of ships do they have for sale? Ooh, a Starliner. Oh, is there a Nebula as well? No. Right, well, we'll just compare the Nebula. So this one has no problems, and it can move at 10. Right now, it normally is 8. It uses 2 fuel per light year, and has a maintenance cost of 2, typically. But the Starliner has a maintenance cost of 10. So that's crazy. Fuel per light year is 3. Fuel per light year here is 2. Okay, so how many people? So there's a max crew of 400 versus a max crew of 1,500. That is a problem. So it would normally be 15,000. No, 1,500. I'm not sure. It has a max speed of 7, so I could get it up to 10, but I don't need to. Okay, so if we go with the Starliner, then we'll want one that doesn't have a lot of problems. So if that means we have to pay a tiny bit more, then we have to pay a tiny bit more. Okay, so lots of ships here to buy at Syndria. Not a whole lot on the black market right now. We can buy Marines for relatively cheap, but no one wants them right now. That's one of the problems. A lot of stuff is just flat out illegal for us to have. So we bought all the fuel we can. We can probably go to Umbra and sell a lot of fuel. So let's go over there and do that. Then we will go back to Nochoteka. No, well, we won't. Let's hang on to our fuel then. We have a bunch of money. Okay, so let's go and survey. So the first one that we did was in port. The first. Okay, so the first. So the first on Fenrir we did Penelope Star. On the Freighter Prince we did Duzak. Now if we do over here with Ima, that one's inhabited. We do with Tia, which I think has only one planet. Then we could survey that. The only real problem is that with Tia and Duzak, because we are nowhere in the normal trade routes, it becomes a bit more difficult for anyone to help us. Plus, there is the issue that I think I can only maintain one colony right now by myself. I can do 2, so 3 in Duzak would be amazing for that. So we're going to need a lot of crew. We can get that at Umbra for cheap. We're going to need a decent amount of supplies and a decent amount of heavy machinery. So let's go to Cruor. And then from Cruor, we're going to go to Volturn and just buy all the supplies we can get our hands on. Okay, looks like he gave up right before we got there. So Cruor will sell us supplies and fuel. They only have stuff we've seen before. Over here, missile racks, recovery shuttles. Okay, so nothing there that we care about. Ships. Ships. Do they have any ships? No. Let's go to Volturn then. Where we can... Okay, supplies are slightly above cost. That's okay. Fuel's not as low as it should... Not as low as I'd like it to be. And... nothing here that we haven't seen before. Operations Center. We don't give a ton of commands, so we don't have to worry about that. All these starliners are all jacked up. So... let's now make our way over to Umbra. And hope no fools decide to pick fights. Because whatever they want to send us, we can probably take them. Turn off that transponder. Let's buy lots of people. Okay, we almost have enough. And so we need just a little bit more. They're still going to be cheaper here. It'll be increased by, we'll go up to 17 or so. But we need to get up to, yeah, that should be good. Alright, so heavy armor. Cool. So, I believe that's everything we need right now. Let's go and found that colony in Buzak. Yeah, because we haven't been there yet. Okay, so away we go. Into Duzak, where we will make 3 colonies. And I think maybe we can hire an administrator by the time we get to the 3rd one. But we will see. What is that ability down here? So you can manage up to 3 administrators. That basically can handle up to 1. So yeah, we're good for Duzak. So let's jump up here. And let's survey this gas giant. We don't have enough of the heavy machinery. So there also seem to be pirates out here. So let's go see. We can't even. We just did the prelim on that one. Oh, there's 4 planets here now. Awesome. I like that. Let's do 4 planets then. Maybe it'll be something that's nice. So this barren world. It's a barren world, a dead world, a bug world. So what's this one? Jungle world, eh? Hey, that might be what we want, but we can't survey it quite yet. It is, yeah, it's actually kind of nice. It's a little warm, you know. That's the one we'll probably put our capital on. I'm hoping we can make organics or something. Yeah, let's just break it for... no, actually, let's take control of it. No. It's not break it for salvage. It's ours. We have taken it. Belongs to us now, not those stupid pirates. Those pirates have small peepees. Okay, so over here we have a cryovolcanic world. Cryovolcanic worlds are usually pretty nice. They tend to have they tend to have high hazard, but they also tend to be pretty good at what they can produce. Okay, so we've done the prelims of those. Let's go get some heavy machinery. It'll probably cost us a pretty penny. And then we can go and just do what we can. Alright, so off we go. So how are you guys liking the playthrough so far? Go ahead and leave me a comment below, tell me what you think. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe. Maybe. Oh well, I shouted. Hello, I would like to buy something from you. Oh, your heavy machinery, which you are selling at cost. Your heavy machinery from the black market. Yes, that one. Right. Well, we'll take it. And about crew, well, we're gonna... Nah, let's not bother. We're already letting them bend us over a barrel as it is with those prices. So what kind of things do they have? No starliners. No starliners. So let's go ahead to Duzak. Let's go to this jungle world and let's see what we can get out of them. Is it the promised land? Let's see. Okay. So one of the things that I would like to see just is from going from here to here to here to this should just be one button. So instead of G, make G 1 and make leave 2. I think that would be very nice. I don't think there's a whole lot of people who would complain. So let's see what we've got. Abundant organics, poor farmland is still farmland, and moderate ore deposits. Well, we don't have enough to establish a colony in terms of heavy equipment, but we have enough to continue surveying, I think. So we're going to make that our little bread basket. Okay, let's perform the survey. Abundant rare ore deposits. So that's good. Then we'll hit this place. Ahura Mazda. Or whatever what's called. So Aki Manu. To perform that survey, we can't. It requires like 100 and something. And over here, what do we find? Okay, diffuse volatiles, abundant ore deposits. So we have our nice little mining town, I suppose, here ready to be used. Right, so we're kind of wanted in Asconia, so we're going to go to Arcadia instead. Pretty sure they'll have a lot of what we need. And then after that, we'll probably establish... If we establish all 4 colonies at once, it'll be kind of difficult to manage them all. But they will all grow and gain power at the same time. We'll need to put battle stations on all of them. Which means we'll need to put star fortresses on all of them so that they don't just get raided immediately. So that would be a bit of a problem. But we'll see what we can do. Okay, Citadel Arcadia. Agreus is right there, so we'll go to Agreus first. Agrius? Yeah, you could say it Agreus or Agrius. So, we want all of the heavy machinery, because that's our big limiting factor right now. People will be a limiting factor a little bit later. Supplies and fuel. Well, let's do the heavy machinery first, because that is our biggest limiting factor, as I've said. After that, let's go to Citadel Arcadia and see if we can pick up even more heavy machinery. We can. here that we seem to want. Wait a second. Let me go over here for a second. You... Can't I put something on you that makes something easier? Surveying equipment. So he needs both of those to get up to 9, right? Or is he sitting at 10? No, he's sitting at 9, so he needs both those. He, however, doesn't need both of those, so he can do the surveying equipment. Once we, of course, free up enough points for it. Okay, so that's good. Cool. Alright, and then when we get the next, we get a Starliner, that'll probably put that on there as well. So, what did we buy? I think we bought some more heavy machinery from them, if they have any that they could sell us. Okay, well, good enough. No, these cheap? No. So, let's make our way back to the Ruzak. Well, we can go over here with Ruzak 3, sell a bunch of... he's slowly catching up. Ah, good. And I don't have walkie-talkies, so I don't have to worry about that. There's this game called Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I assume most of you have heard of it. But it had guards, and they would, if you did something in front of one guard, all the guards magically knew. They all had walkie-talkies, and so then they'd all come after you. It was great. So over here we're going to establish our first colony. We're going to call it, let's see, what does it have? It has food, ore, and something else. Cancel, so food, with organics, ore, and food. I think you mine organics and farm food. So we will go with organics, food, ore, and organics. And so we are very quick, very dirty, very mean. Let's see. I guess this symbolizes the the energy faction. Big ship faction. There we go. Sure, we are the big ship faction, and A. Big as. The BSS, the big SS. There we go. That's suitably done. The BSS. The BSFS. Big ship faction ship. It's really dumb. Okay, so we have the big ship faction ship as our ships. Okay, so we can do farming. I've never actually done this before. I'm glad that we can farm, I guess. But organics are used to make drugs. But drugs can only be made when you're a free port, which means that everyone will want to kill you. And let's not do that. So, but farming will make us food, and it's something that we can do right now. Has extremely low upkeep. But mining will get us organics and ore. The organics are actually kind of important. The organics are used in light industry. Okay, so 1,000 seconds horsepower natural. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build farming first. It's very low upkeep, and it will allow what am I trying to say here? It will allow the planet to sustain itself. Then we will likely go to organics, and then to light industry, just so we can also make the goods that it wants. And then we will have a control HQ and all that good stuff as well. We need to wait until this finishes before we can build a space station. So I mean, we might as well just sit on it and wait. So food, ore, and organics. I mean, it's kind of boring to just sit there and wait for all that to finish. So we have how many days left? 11 days. Let's try to go do something productive as we are waiting. So we'll want to hire more crew, so we might as well go to Calcedon and hire a bunch of crew. We can also go to Umbra, where they're going to want lots of stuff. So let's go to Umbra. We can sell fuel and buy. Where we can sell fuel and buy lots of other stuff. Oh, we can sell fuel. Yeah, and buy marines. Then we'll take all that to Calcedon. And hopefully be able to buy everything we need from them. So how are our cargo holds looking? Not too bad. So let's go ahead and make our way over to Syndria. Where we will buy up all their supplies on the black market again. All their fuel on the black market. See if they have anything new that we want. It doesn't look like it. Umbra likes its drugs, but they're not great for us right now. Epiphany will pay a nice premium for them though. Okay, so let's go to Volturn, see if we can get more in the way of supplies. Yeah, we might as well. We don't lose anything for not doing so, and then we make our way over to Umbra, where we can sell lots of stuff. Sell the above cost, not a big deal. Don't want that. Okay, so got everything we can carry at the moment. They have a busted up Starliner, don't want that. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way to Umbra then. Luckily we are so big that they will leave us alone. Okay, so spaceport is done. And the farming is going. Alright, so I know that they want fuel, and I know that they want supplies to some degree. Chalcedon and Epiphany will pay more. So they want 1,000, and these guys want 400. So we can cover all of that. No problem. Now we can buy Marines for cheap here and sell them for expensive at Chalcedon. So we are going to do that. We don't want to pay the tariff, so we're not going to. Heavy machinery, Chalcedon wants, but won't really pay much for. So we'll take 100 just to satisfy their needs. What about this? Epiphany wants drugs, and we can take drugs. Over here, harvest organs, Epiphany doesn't want, and Chalcedon doesn't want. So we are going to not go with those. And let's see if there's an administrator we can hire, actually. No, there isn't. Cool. So, to Chalcedon we go, and unfortunately we are pretty far from being able to just slip out of here. So we'll be wanting to go to Chalcedon. But guys, all that's going to happen next episode, so leave me a comment below, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel, ring that bell, share with your friends, just tell me, yeah, just tell me whatever you want to talk about. Ship layout and all that good stuff. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.